The camera on your phone is an amazing piece of technology. So why is it that whenever you take a picture with it, it always turns out is like this dull, bland, boring garbage that's ultimately forgettable after like 5 minutes. Today, I'm gonna teach you how to take your photos from that dull, boring garbage into things like this in just a few easy steps. So let's do it. But before we get started, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this with your friends who can't take a good photo to save their life. First off, location, location, location. It's the golden rule in everything, and photography is no different. As you can see, I've found this parking garage. It's this nice, big, empty, no one's here. The background's clear for the car. That's what you want. You want something big, open, with a lot of separation between the background all the way out there and the car right here, because the sensor on your phone camera is not all that big, and because of that, you can't get that super cool bokeh that you always see on a bunch of professional photos. Some of the things you don't want are things like that staircase in the background, and because of that, I might actually move my car so it's facing this way or over there. You just don't want things popping up out of the center of your car like that, because that looks terrible. Some other things you might want to look for at your location are leading lines, like tire marks. Those are not mine, by the way. Those are too wide for my tires. These can lead you into your subject. You see how your eye naturally follows and leads you to the car? You don't use leading lines or any other natural framing elements that will help draw your eye into the car and away from anything that you don't want. Now here's a little bonus tip for y'all. Make sure your car is clean. I washed my car the other day, and unfortunately it snowed recently in Colorado, so on my drive up to this parking garage, my car got nasty. As you can see down there, it just doesn't look good. Get yourself a bottle of waterless wash or detail spray and a bunch of towels. Let's just snap clean this real quick. That was a terrible snap. Hey, would you look at that? Look how much better that looks in like a minute and a half of work. And just so y'all don't think I was lying about how much dirt your car can hide, this was white when I started, and now it's not. My third tip for y'all has to do with lighting. As you can see, I've picked an area with very diffused, even lighting that helps keep any bright highlights and dark shadows off the car. Because ultimately, super bright, harsh highlights don't look super good. So my tip here is if you can find somewhere that's either got a roof, or if you can shoot on a cloudy day, which as you can see, it's not a cloudy day, or if you can find somewhere where your subject's gonna be backlit, do that, because diffused soft lighting is much better than super harsh direct lighting. Now before we get to taking pictures, we need to get your phone set up so the pictures will actually look good. So I only know iPhone, but in general, these tips should apply to almost every phone. So in your settings, pull up your camera settings. I can't spell. Camera. In your formats, turn on Apple Pro RAW if you have an iPhone. Turn on your grid, enable lens corrections, and those are my 3 main ones on the built-in camera app. Now here's a little bonus tip for y'all, real quick before you get to shooting. Clean off your lens. You'd be surprised how much crap hides on there that you don't notice while you're out on location, and as soon as you get home, you're like, dang it, I wish I cleaned my lens. Clean it now. Now we're gonna get to actually shooting the car. I've got my GoPro set up here so that y'all can kind of see what I'm doing point of view style, and I'll have my phone out in front of it so you guys can see what we're doing. Okay, so within your phone app here, make sure you click the little RAW button so that it enables you to actually shoot RAW, and I've got a few little tips. Don't use this to zoom. That's not your zoom here. The only thing you're doing with your lens is changing lenses. Your zoom is in your feet. So if you wanna zoom out, back up. Don't zoom out, because it changes the way the things look, and it's a crutch. I don't like it. So before we get to actually shooting here, just walk around your car with your phone and try and find some of the angles it looks good at. Right here, this is a good angle for my car. Front on is good for almost every car. Just keep going around it. Try and get super low. See if it looks good down low. My car does not look good low right there. Try and go up high. You can't really see what I'm doing. Let me see if I can lean back there. Go up high. You can see that up high, I kind of like the way my car looks. This side shot works really well for my car if the wheel was turned right. Don't forget about the back of your car. This angle right here on my car is another one that looks really good. And again, try and get down low. Try verticals. This works a little bit better than it did in the front. Versus if you go up, kind of like that up high view vertically, keep going around it. Find all the angles you like that look good. Change your lenses. Try and go with the ultra wide. See if this looks good. I don't like that. Try and go with the telephoto and back all the way up. How's that look with the telephoto? I think that looks super cool, actually. So now that you've found the angles that your car looks good at, I think personally I'm gonna shoot this rear 3/4, the front 3/4, and the direct side. You have to get your car positioned within your scene. Earlier you staked out, you found some leading lines, you found your good background. It's time to actually get the car put in a way that looks good. Because right now this is an okay positioning for this spot, but as you can see, it's too close on this side compared to this side, and it's not quite visually weighted right. So get your car fired up, obviously. So I think this is a good spot. Now I'm gonna go through and turn on my parking lights, as you can see right there. Make my wheel crank so that it's gonna be facing the camera flat. I'm also gonna close up my exhaust valves. Now y'all can actually hear me. I thought that was it. I don't quite think that's it. Don't be afraid to reposition your car. So what I need to do is I'm gonna back it up and just angle it just a little bit more this way. So let's do that. So crank it this way and back it up just the slightest bit. And as you can see now, get the wheel cranked again. This should look much better. So if I take out my phone here, that's the angle I wanted. That looks really good. Okay, that's the angle I wanted. That definitely looks a lot better. And hey, bonus of bonuses, you can see the mini logos upside, right side up. So just another little tip for y'all. Don't be afraid to reposition your car. It makes no sense for you to drive all the way out to your perfect location only to settle for a subpar photo just because you won't change your car by like 2 inches. This angle right here actually looks sweet. I'm gonna back up just a little bit more so I can get it at that 2.5 zoom. Right there. Yeah, that looks sweet. I like that angle. Oh, enable raw. There you go. Looks good. So when you're in the camera, what you wanna do is press and hold so you can set focus and exposure lock, and then expose for your highlights without fully crushing your shadows. So in my case, I want to take the brightest part of the images, which is going to be my headlights and this over here on the side, drag down a little bit, right about there, and then take my photo. I think I'm actually a little too far out, so let me go in, let's go down just a little bit, right there. That looks good. Review that. Ooh, I was crooked on that one. Right there is good. So I'm not a huge fan of the 1X camera. I really like the compression that the 2.5 gives on my car. Take a couple steps back, tap and hold, drag it down just a little, oh, right there. I like that. Now I think that's a good shot. Needs some editing, but that's a good angle. Let's keep going around. What else we got? Let's go sideways here for a little bit. So like we were talking about, y'all got these leading lines. Let's take this right here as a leading line right here, and let's use it to your advantage. Go over here a little bit, right like that. So as you can see, I placed my subject here on this top third line because what I'm using is the rule of thirds, which is why you turned on, hello. That's why you turned on the grid lines in the first place. Typically what you want to do is place it on one of the third lines and then leave it room to move into. So as you can see, it's up here, so it's got room to breathe down on this side. Versus if I were to put it here, that doesn't look right. That looks completely wrong compared to this. I'm gonna go around to the back now, like I mentioned. Let's see, how's this look from the back? My tripod's in the way, but I can just back up and keep it out of the picture. So y'all can see I'm taking multiple of each photo because digital photos are free. The only thing they take up is space, and y'all can delete space. As you can see how much I'm moving between each shot. That's not intentional. So you just want to take multiple photos just in case you accidentally shake your hand, you flinch just a little bit, no big deal. So I remember I said I talked about getting high and then I didn't actually get high. It's ironic considering Snoop Dogg was in the Super Bowl yesterday. Let's try that right there. Oh yeah, look at that. I like that one a lot. So, like I said, don't be afraid. Let's try a different angle. Where do I want to go here that looks good? Let's try the same one, just completely sideways. So let's back it up. Put it here completely sideways. Should be about 50-50. Shut up. I'm gonna back that up because I'm getting into those lights and that doesn't look great. There you go, there's your shot. Again, back it up because I'm liking these leading lines right here. They look sick. I say as I completely don't use them. So that's too busy. As you can see, I'm not liking the stairs in the background, but maybe this way. Let's see, right here. Good little side on. Car's not straight. Don't be afraid to reposition it. See how it's straight compared to this line now versus before it wasn't? But here now, look at just how much better that is. Let's move back a little bit. So there I centered my camera, kind of like it. Again, running into the issue with the stairs, not really much I can do about that here, I guess. Let's get low, see if we can just block out the stairs with the car like that. Bingo. That's why you change your height, guys. I got low, fixed the issue with the stair. I got that leading line right there that draws your eye into it. That actually almost follows the golden ratio. I hate that. Like I said, I was digging that rear 3/4 right here. Right like that. Let's go sideways here. Oop. Scooch just a little bit. A little too low. Let's get higher. Like so. So something else you can do with your phone, because it's a phone, it's small. Your camera's right here in this top corner. Get down low, put it on the ground. Try something unique. That, you can't do that with a DSLR, but you can with a phone, and it looks freaking awesome. Are you really gonna park in my background like that? So let's go over here actually by the barrier that's all closed up. So let's whip this out. Let's get down low and zoom in again. I'm liking the low and zoomed in on my car. It's a good angle. There. Let's turn the wheel back so it's facing me. Crank the wheel. Let's try it. Didn't work the way I thought it would. Oh well. So I mentioned that something just dripped on my car. I mentioned this was one of the angles I liked on my car a lot. So let's try and get a good background for that, because that right there kind of works. Obviously, wheel's not straight. That doesn't look good. You want the wheel straight. But that 3 and the traffic bollard cutting through the cross there, not good. Let's position it that way. Just turn the car straight around. So I turned the car around and I got the wheel straight. So you can see I've got a perfectly clear background now. Center that. Boom. I like to center the headlight. Definitely could get lower. Let's get right level with it, like so. Unfortunately, I'm dealing with the ghosting a lot on it, which I do not like. It's exposed for the headlight. A little too dark. Right there. That one's pretty good. Let's back all the way up here. Try that. I'm on a slight incline. There's an angle. That's sick. I like that angle. Gotta retake it without the tripod in there. But let's try that again without the tripod, because I think this angle actually, because we're just ever so slightly elevated on the car, looks really good. I get centered up right there. I'm gonna just walk in a little bit. Like I said, zoom with your feet, guys. Don't zoom with your camera. Oh yeah, I was coming up here to do this. Ha, I got distracted. There we go. Oh, that's sweet. That is so sweet. Oh, how's that look? Yes, I like that one. If I crop it in just a little bit. I really wish I could get up there for you guys, but they say it's restricted. Oh well. I'm not gonna break the law and get banned from this parking structure just for one photo. So I hope I've given y'all some tips on how to take better photos with your phone of your car. If you guys like this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all check out the next one coming in this little mini series I'm doing. We're gonna be editing these photos that we just took. And I really hope you guys watch it, because you're gonna have to learn how to edit these if you just took these amazing photos, right? I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope y'all like my car. I like my car. And until next time, goodbye.